Welcome into WagerTalk TV. I am Drew Martin, joined by Kevin Dolan and Brian Leonard of WagerTalk.com, and we're talking an SEC West division battle. 3:30 Eastern kickoff on CBS. We get Alabama at Arkansas. Kevin, coming to you first. We're seeing the Crimson Tide, heavy road favorites here, 17.5, total of 61. Are you liking anything Alabama and Arkansas on Saturday?
You know, it's difficult not to be impressed with how Alabama have started the season, Drew. Obviously, they've given up just, 7.3 points per game to opponents this year, 138.8 total passing yards through the air as well, 62.5 on the ground. So, mightn't been the toughest schedule so far, but they're really getting it done on the defensive end against teams. They faced an Arkansas team here that has averaged just 166.5 yards per game through the air against their last two SEC opponents. So, the Razorbacks are going to have to go to ground, in my opinion, if they're going to find any success in this one. It's an area that they have been very productive in fairness, up to this point, 244 yards on the ground last week against Texas A&M. They put up almost 300 yards against the South Carolina Gamecocks 2 weeks before that as well. But these aren't the Gamecocks or Aggies they're facing this weekend. Alabama are a much different animal, and I'm just not sure how much production Arkansas can generate here against a team in Alabama, who are giving up just 4.3 rushing first downs on average to opponents this season. So I can't pick a side in this one. I think the spread's about right. I do expect the Razorbacks to play tough here, make life difficult for Alabama down in Fayetteville this weekend. But by the same token, the only chance they'll have to keep this, competitive, in my opinion, is to limit Alabama on the offensive end, slow down the pace of the game. So I lean to the under in this one for me. I agree with the line move down from 62 to 61. I don't see Arkansas being able to put up a ton of points offensively in this game, and I believe the Razorbacks can slow down Alabama enough at the other end that we see this one come in under the total on Saturday. So, yeah, under for me in this one, Drew, between Alabama and Arkansas this weekend.
Okay, lower scoring battle here. Brian, coming to you next. Breaking this game down, it might be the Auburn in me, but I think Alabama going on the road again, up against Arkansas, good team, good up front. They got that running game, a good quarterback as well. Plus 17.5 with the home dog here. What about maybe a little plus 630 on the money line? I don't know. Is it a little bit of a gambler? Auburn in me? What are you thinking here?
I'd rather take the plus than lay the minus in that regard. Kevin talked about Alabama's defense. The defense has been terrific. I have some concerns about the offense. First of all, these two teams played last year, and that was a coming out party for Arkansas. They lose that game 42-35, but that was a good showing against an Alabama team who was very good a season ago. Alabama's good every year, but the defense is really good from Alabama. But when you break down the offensive success rate against a very easy schedule, it's only 51%. And the one good team they played, Texas, lost last week to Texas Tech. So this would be the best team in my mind that Alabama has played so far this season. And that 51% success rate against that easy schedule, keep in mind, Arkansas is at a 49% offensive success rate, almost exactly the same, yet they played South Carolina. But they also played Cincinnati and Texas A&M, two teams that have been highly ranked all season long. So Arkansas has played the better teams. The offense, by the success rates, has performed better than what Alabama has against weaker opposition. I like the Arkansas side here. I was a little bit scared off originally because I wasn't getting the original number, because money originally came in on Arkansas, and then the lines crept up again, and it's up as high as it's been all week on Alabama, 17.5. There's no way I can't play Arkansas here plus a 17.5. If you just use the stats from the games without looking at the name on the jersey, you would, and no doubt, take Arkansas in this game plus the 17.5. The question is this your typical Alabama team, or have they slipped a little bit this year? Defensively, no. The defense was great. The offense hasn't impressed me. Until it does, I'll take the home dog plus a 17.5 here.
He's Brian Leonard. You heard from Kevin Dolan as well. Enjoy the games, guys. Alabama and Arkansas. Also, make sure to check out the WagerTalk Live Odds screen. It's the best free live odds in the business. You heard Brian there talk about, hey, it popped up, then back down. The place to check that out. Get the most live, free, up-to-date odds in the business. Minus 17.5, 61 being the total. Check it out. WagerTalk.com.